You know, the good thing about rock music, in my mind, is that it'll go for a while, and then it'll get very predictable, and then they're just bound to shake it up again, you know? And I love the little times when they shake it up.
Why don't you know that?
In the 70s, I suppose I was aware that there was a connection with the fans, the people that came to see you. There was a greater connection to be made than was being made at the time. When we went to do our show, my idea was that the show should be part circus, part political rally, part spiritual meeting, part dance party. You had to go back to the physical in the end, I always felt, you know? It was like, it sort of began with the physical and you're supposed to end with the physical.
I have seen Bruce, yes. It's a long concert. It was very long. He's excellent, he's very talented, but that was when he obviously didn't have anywhere to go after the show. He just played for about 5, maybe 6 hours. It was rather long.
That's all I can stand!
How I ended up playing that long, I'm not really sure, you know. It sort of just happened, you know.
I can't stand no more!
In the end, the idea was there would be some sort of, you know, physical liberation and you know, sort of, you know, you get their ass moving and the spirit will follow. You know? Also, playing to the point of exhaustion was important to me. The 70s for me was a time when I felt really grounded in the music that I was making. For me, that was a decade when I was sort of, you know, just kind of telling my story, focusing on what I thought that might be, what it might be about, trying to not make the mistakes that I'd seen some other people make, you know, or slip into, not get distracted by too many of the different types of choices, and keeping basically the idea of the music and the audience in front of me as the essential thing and as the thing that gave my own story meaning, you know. I didn't see myself as some gifted genius type of guy. You know, I felt I was a hard-working guy. You know, I worked really hard at learning to play, and I worked hard at learning to write and sing, and I always felt like, hey, I was the guy in the front row or the third row that picked the guitar up and got on stage, you know.
I'm just a prisoner! Of rock and roll!
I think it comes down to the performer and the audience, and that's what it's about in some fashion, you know. And it can be any room. I've had great nights in the old clubs in New Jersey where you felt as alive and heightened as in any big place you ever played. When it happens, there's some direct recognition of some sort of mutual humanity, you know, and a good time is had by all, you know.
I think music changed when Bruce Springsteen came on the scene. I think if it wasn't for Bruce Springsteen, we may have gone in a very scary direction. We may have gotten to the point where disco music ruled, and then I would have had to quit.
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.